You guys probably think you've seen it all with my model railway layouts, because you've seen the N-gauge and the 00. Well, you'd be wrong. Yes, that's right. As I said in the intro, there is a whole other layout that you haven't seen yet. Well, that's about to change today. Let me show you some of my Lego layout, but first, I'm going to set the scene for how this layout came to be. So, currently I'm in my cupboard. I can't stand up in it, partly because I'm tall and partly because it's short. And basically, half the time my cupboard is a mess. Absolute mess, like completely, can't walk through it most of the time. But about half a year ago, I cleaned out my cupboard, and I decided that the floor was clean enough that I could set up a permanent sort of track for my Lego trains. Because basically every week we have to clean the house, but the cupboard never gets cleaned. So, what better place to set up a permanent layout that I don't have to move? So basically, I just put it together. There was no more than that. Because that's what I love about Lego, it's just so simplistic the way you can construct some tracks. And then I started my YouTube. And my YouTube sort of took off, and these Lego trains started appearing in a video every now and then. But I never actually really made them their own video. Like, they featured in some. Normally it was the Prairie featuring with the 00 Prairies and the N-gauge Prairie. But I never made these guys their own video. So why don't we do it now? So first I think we're going to do a review of the engines and rolling stock, and then a layout tour, and then we'll do a bit of a running session. So let's get into it with the Pannier Tank. This is based on a 27XX, purely because I didn't have enough pieces to finish off the cab. So this isn't powered, this has a coach behind it, which powers it, and makes it look like it's moving on its own. Again, that was just because I didn't have enough pieces to build a big enough Pannier Tank to fit a motor inside. So yeah. As you can probably tell, I don't have a very big access to Lego pieces, so I just sort of build with what I have. So my builds aren't that accurate, but hey, they work and I'm happy with them. So then the Pannier Tank's obviously got this coach. I decided to add a bell on there so it looks like an auto coach, but it isn't built to be an auto coach, so it always will look a bit odd. Hey, anyways, there is also this Class 47 based off of the one at Babbacombe Model Village, sorry. Babbacombe Model Village. And then there is a wagon of some sort with no coupling on the back. And I found it sort of quite an easy way of getting rolling stock to build open wagons. So this is my only wagon which has a roof on it. So yeah, kinda unique, for better or worse, I'll let you decide. So I'm just going to roll this forward, and then stop it there. And now we're going to pull the Prairie forward. Now you guys will definitely have seen this if you've been watching my channel for a couple of months. This is my large Prairie, and that's it. It's nothing really special. It is powered by itself, so I can uncouple this and it runs like that. And just the same as the Pannier, it's nothing special compared to other Lego engines you will have seen on the internet. But again, I'm not so great at building, I have limited resources, so I'm super proud of this engine. And something I really like about this is that I fitted a traction tyre by finding one of those Lego rubber band things and fitting it to the wheel of the engine. So now it grips a bit better, although it struggles on the corners. And I like this. This is my favourite Lego engine. As you may be able to tell by the station that's behind it, the wheels came from the Hogwarts Express set, which for some reason 9-year-old me decided it was a good idea to destroy and make into other engines. So yeah, that went well. I think I prefer the Prairie to the Hall class that comes in that set though. Either way, let's move on to the layout tour. So we've got the station here, which is obviously a rebuild of the King's Cross set, which, again, 9-year-old me destroyed. So that's great. I like that I've done the long platform. I find that better than the other set, but I prefer to have the bridge, which I lost somewhere. Anyways, here is a yard thing with like concrete on the floor, so that's quite cool. And there's also this garage, and then in a minute when we do the running session I might get some of my Speed Champions cars out and put them down. Anyways, we've got this garage from the Mini Cooper set, and then there is some buffers. Those were built with spare bits, so they don't look that good. And then it just sort of curves around in the sort of yard thing. Hey, Pannier. And then there's no real detail behind me. It's just sort of like a curve. And then you got a little wayside halt sort of station next to my Scale Electric. And then there is a signal, which I seem to have knocked over. Oh dear. Yeah, it is quite cramped in here. I'm sort of taking up all of the room in the middle of the layout. So, again, yeah, basically all I'm saying is this layout's bad, but I like it for what it is. That's quintessentially summing up exactly everything that I've said. I like it, I appreciate it for what it is, and it makes me happy, so that's all that matters. Okay, so now I think I'm going to talk a little bit about how I sorted out this track, because you'll see that I've got a carpet here. It's one of those road map carpets that you could get everywhere like 5 years ago. Basically, the carpet is about 2 of these slab things tall. It's 2 of those. 1, 2. So basically, I put all my track as a baseline on top of this carpet. You can see there's nothing under it. It's just chilling on there, on the carpet. But on the tracks that aren't on the carpet, I just put 2 of those slab things under the track, and it works just fine. And it's got a nice level track bed for the trains to run on. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm going to go and fetch my Speed Champions cars, and then we'll have a bit of a running session with the Lego trains. Wait a minute. Okay, we are all set up. And I remembered about a time a while back when I was mad on Top Gear, and I built a Lego figure of my favourite presenter on there, James May. So there he is. He's looking good in his green jumper. I used to like that minifigure. And then, anyways, we've got my Dodge Charger. I've only picked out my 4 oldest Lego cars because a lot of them wouldn't fit in this room because they're just like too big and clunky to fit between the tracks. So I just brought in the 4 of the oldest so that they fit in with the steam trains. Okay, so we've got my Dodge Charger from the Dodge set, and it's got its racing parts on, so that's quite cool. And then we've got this Mini Cooper, which came with that garage actually. So there it is, and I've taken off all the racing stuff for this because I wanted to make it a normal Mini Cooper, so that is exactly what I did. And then we've got some 1980s supercars here. We've got the Ferrari F40 Competizione and the Porsche 911 Turbo. So yeah, all very cool. Oh, I also forgot to tell you, this is my bits box. This has a bunch of like small pieces that would be hard to find in a massive box, so I just put them in there so they're easy to get to. And yeah, I think now we're just going to get to the running session. So hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so that's going to be that for the Lego train video. Please don't expect many more of these layout videos of the Lego trains, because this was the hardest video to film on my channel by far. Because it's just so small in here. I'm sorry guys, it's just way too difficult to film any decent content. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like the Lego trains, and they certainly will appear, maybe just not on this layout very often. Thank you for watching, bye bye.